He's up again.
$1.7 billion were there for his birth. 220 countries tuned in for his first step. The world stood still for that stolen kiss. And as he grew, so did the technology. An entire human life recorded on an intricate network of hidden cameras and broadcast live and unedited 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to an audience around the globe. Coming to you now from Sea Haven Island, enclosed in the largest studio ever constructed, and along with the Great Wall of China, one of only 2 man-made structures visible from space. Now, in its 30th great year, it's the Truman Show!
Hold up. Let me clear my throat. Now listen to this, y'all. Now, I'm about to step on y'all motherfucking toes for all you religious people out here. You know, all you Bible toting, Quran walking, you know, Assalamu alaikum, faking, gang stalking, busting rhymes, yo. Now look, this is the Truman Show. Now listen to what this guy say to the demiurge guy about why Truman never really came to realization of his reality. Well, he did later, but you know, most people don't. Now listen to the question and listen to what the boys say. Listen to the answer. This right here is proof right here that you all been, if you believe in anything that they gave you, you've been bamboozled and manipulated.
Let me ask you, why do you, when the catalog and operators are standing by, Christoph, let me ask you, why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented.
Until now.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
Never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
We accept the reality of the world which was presented.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. It's right in your face. You know what I mean? You are walking around here quoting these scriptures, walking around here believing in these religions that they gave you. You have fallen victim, just like Truman, to accept the reality which was given to you, which was presented to you. That's why most of y'all, you know, religious people that's trapped in that Protestant, somebody coming back to save me, reality, way of thinking, you never notice most of y'all can't even get out that goddamn box. It's a trap. You know what I mean? You don't want to know nothing else. Somebody try to present you something else, you just going to call them the devil or whatever. You're not even going to investigate.
Has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as
now.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented.
Simple as that, y'all. They tell you the truth in the movies. So that's why I tell you, if you don't know, now you know. You know. But for real, on some real shit, if you don't know, then you just got to go ahead and look in the mirror at your fucking self. It's you. That's all it is. You don't know because you don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is no longer hidden. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the scriptures do say seek and you shall fucking find. That's what it says. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, y'all not doing that. Y'all caught up in the religious aspect of the book. Instead of reading the book and taking out pieces of the puzzle, because that's all this shit is. It ain't nothing but a puzzle. Y'all not doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're you stuck in reading Psalms and stuff and not, y'all not really, ain't nothing wrong reading Psalms, because I love Psalms and Proverbs too. But what I'm saying is that you gotta read the book, and you gotta know how to read that book. You know what I mean? If you're reading it to the point where it's a force or a power on the outside and somebody coming to save you type, then that's, now you're lost in that hellfire. They got you trapped in that triangle. You know what I'm saying? You're in a sunken place. You know what I mean? Now I'm also take it back to where it shows you that this is a dome, and that this guy right here, which is like I call him the demiurge, because he the one that created the construct of this Truman Show. Now look at the dome that they show. All right, here it go right here. Hold up, is it recording? Enclosing the largest studio ever constructed. Remember, this is a construct. They show you right there in the word. Look at this.
Seven days a week to an audience around the globe. Coming to you now from Sea Haven Island, enclosed in the largest studio ever constructed, and along with the Great Wall of China, one of only two man-made structures visible from space. Now, in its 30th man-made structures visible from space. Now, in its only two man-made structures visible from space. Now, in its 30th
visible from space. Look at that dome. One of only two man-made structures visible. And then they got the Hollywood too, right?
From space.
Look at that dome. That's what we in, y'all. We're in the dome, dog. We're definitely not on a spinning ball. They show you. Right in these goddamn movies, man.
To an audience around the globe. Coming to you now from Sea Haven Island, enclosed in the largest studio ever constructed.
The largest studio ever constructed. That's where we're at. We're inside of a studio.
Wall of China, one of only two man-made structures visible from space. Now, in its 30th great year, it's the Truman Show.
Or issues growing out of the show. But tonight.
Now, this right here is the introduction of the demiurge. This is when he has the interview. Now, look where they go. They go out into the moon, which is what David Icke said is a satellite.
Something very special. A rare and exclusive interview with the show's conceiver and creator. So, rare and exclusive interview with the show's conceiver and creator. So, come with us now as we go live to the lunar room on the 221st floor of the Omnicam Ecosphere. That's with the show's conceiver and creator. So, come with us now as we go live to the lunar room on the 221st floor of the Omnicam Ecosphere. That's where we'll find the world's greatest televisionary, the designer and architect of the world within a world that is the greatest televisionary, the designer and architect of the world within a world that is
a world within a world.
Televisionary, the designer and architect of the world within a world that is.
So for all you people that be talking about this,
come with us.
So for all you people that's talking about this creator and stuff, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, man. I'm trying to tell you, you are worshiping the creator that got you in hell. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Just look at this shit. Just look at this shit, man.
Now, as we go live to the lunar room on the 221st
On the 221st floor.
floor of the Omnicam Ecosphere. That's where we
Hold up. I'm trying.
live to the lunar room on the 221st floor of the Omnicam Ecosphere. That's where we'll find the world's greatest televisionary, the designer and architect of the world within a world that is the greatest televisionary, the designer and architect of the world.
The designer and architect of the world within a world. I'll be damned. Now look. Now he gonna let this devil guy talk, because he's the creator. He's the architect. He's the designer of this simulation that we're in, which is what? The Truman Show.
Within a world that is Sea Haven Island.
On the 221st floor of the Omnicam Ecosphere. And there you have it. The big old moon that we see every night. You know what I mean? We don't know what the fuck that is. We was told that it's just a moon and shit. You know what I mean? We don't know. We don't know what the fuck it is. If it's another planet. If it's people on it. Now, according to this joint, it's people on it.
Omnicam Ecosphere. That's where we'll find the world's greatest televisionary, the designer and architect of the world within a world that is Sea Haven Island, Crystal. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you on behalf of our audience for granting this exclusive interview. We know how demanding your schedule is, and we all know how jealously you
Now
guard
look
your
at it.
privacy.
This is what it looks like inside that big ass moon. Now who's you to say that this ain't true? You know what I'm talking about? Because you don't fucking know. Who is you to say that this ain't true? Who's you to say that there's not another motherfucking planet out there that these motherfuckers is living on, watching us from up above while we down below? The things that make you go, Shit's crazy, y'all. Shit is real crazy.